In this video, we will be doing a first read of Document D, Elected Black Officials During Reconstruction. Let's look at the text features of this document first. What do you notice about how this document looks? One text feature in this document that is just like the others is it includes the source at the top and that little blurb that tells more information about the historical context. The most obvious text feature is that this document shows pictures of 6 men. Under each picture, I notice a caption that has their name, their title, the state, and there are also dates. Now let's take a minute to source this document so we know what we're looking at. Follow along as I read the description at the top, and then we'll fill out the sourcing table after. Document D, Elected Black Officials During Reconstruction. Source, Black United States Congressman, 1870 to 1877. During Reconstruction, thousands of African Americans were elected, or voted for, to local and state governments throughout the southern states. In addition, 17 African Americans were elected to the United States Congress from southern states between 1870 and 1877. Here are photographs of 6 of these 17 elected officials. In our sourcing table, the first question asks, what type of document is this? The source tells us that these are elected black officials, but that doesn't exactly say what kind of document it is. These are photographs of elected black officials. Question 2 asks, who created it? It can be really tempting to put the names of all the congressmen in this section, but those congressmen were not the ones who created this document. You would have to make an inference based on what you see in the picture about who most likely took these photos. What do you think? Since all the pictures look the same, these photos were most likely official pictures taken of all members of Congress. In the next question, it can also be tempting again to fill in the states that are listed in this document. But remember, the purpose of sourcing is to think about the document as a whole, not the individual details yet. Where would all of these photos have been taken? Congress or Washington, D.C., where Congress is the most likely place these photos were taken. For the year, it explicitly tells us up in the sourcing section, 1870 to 1877. And now we're at the last question, which again is generally the hardest. Who is the audience for this document? Why do you think these photos were taken? Most likely, these photos were taken as an official record of all members of Congress. Now that we've sourced this document, you should have more information to help you understand what you're looking at. Follow along as I reread this document. As you follow along, think about the information we gathered and the big question, were Black people really free during Reconstruction? Does this document support the claim that Black people were free? Or does it support the claim that Black people were not free during Reconstruction? From the top, Document D, Elected Black Officials During Reconstruction. Source, Black United States Congressman, 1870 to 1877. During Reconstruction, thousands of African Americans were elected, or voted for, to local and state governments throughout the southern states. In addition, 17 African Americans were elected to the United States Congress from southern states between 1870 and 1877. Here are photographs of 6 of the 17 elected officials. First, we have Blanche Bruce, U.S. Senator, Mississippi, 1875 to 1881. Next is Robert DeLarge, U.S. Representative, South Carolina, 1871 to 1873. Next is Jefferson Long, U.S. Representative, Georgia, 1871. Joseph Rainey, U.S. Representative, South Carolina, 1870 to 1879. Benjamin Turner, U.S. Representative, Alabama, 1871 to 1873. Josiah Walls, U.S. Representative, Florida, 1871 to 1876.